Infinite blessings and love. Namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot, and this is Virgo's mid-month Divine Path check-in for mid-June to mid-July of 2023. Now, I have to say that these are general readings and may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that is all right. If you would like to get in contact with me, you can feel free to drop a comment below in the comment section. You can also get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, for which there's only one. The link for that is below in the description of this video. I would also like to remind everyone, if you feel so called to do so, feel free to like, share, subscribe. Also comment. All these things help the channel grow and help the videos get into the algorithm, and it is also most appreciated. I also want to send a big heartfelt sense of gratitude and appreciation to all those who have liked, shared, subscribed, and donated. It really does mean so much, and again, thank you so much. I'd also like to remind everyone to check your other placements, your sun, moon, and rising signs for a broader picture of what may be going on for you. All right, let's get right into it. Without any further ado, please give us a message for what is on Virgo's Divine Path for mid-June to mid-July of 2023. 3 cards, please. I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. And while there may be moments of silence, while I may be shuffling the cards, do pay attention to anything you sense within yourself, as this is all your intuition playing a role in this reading. As we are not together in the physical, I am connecting to your energy. In a lot of ways, it's in these moments of silence that the deeper aspect of the reading takes place within yourself. So do pay attention to those. All right, one more card, please, for our Virgos. I also want to, ahead of time, apologize if I sneeze or cough or anything like this, as it is allergy season, and it is what it is. All right, that's way too many. All right, one more, please. One more for our Virgos. All right. We have the Four of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. At the bottom, we have the Three of Wands. So, mid-June to mid-July with the Four of Swords, this is definitely a call for you to do some meditation, do this internal work. Now, I realize the word meditation can mean a lot of different things. But I feel like wherever you are pointed, wherever your inner compass is guiding you, however you're being guided to meditate, I would definitely say doing that at this time. Really say if you meditate 10 minutes, try to meditate for 20. Try to double whatever you're doing. And if you're not doing it, I would definitely suggest making it part of your daily routine to try to get 10 to 15 minutes in a day. I also feel like in June and July, you're also recouping some of your energies, at least at the second half of June, as the spring may have been challenging for you. You are recouping some of that energy and kind of contemplating how you're going to move forward. And I feel like when you do decide to move forward, this feels more towards the end of June, beginning of July, you're moving forward with this Knight of Swords energy, with a lot of tenacity and drive here, and moving with a lot of speed. So you go from kind of being almost at a standstill, doing this internal work, to moving forward with a lot of speed. We have the Queen of Pentacles, so you kind of have this laser focus on whatever this is that you're nurturing, whatever you are riding towards with this this intensity, this drive here. And I don't feel you are being distracted by anything, so you really have this one-pointedness about you. This may also play a role in your meditation and really finding this one-pointed attention within your meditation. And at the bottom, we have the Three of Wands. So I do feel like in your meditations, you are going to get some foresight into the future. I would definitely say for you in June and July, keep a meditation journal. Write down anything you see, sense, experience. Even if you experience nothing, just write down nothing. Just keep a log of this. It's going to be important for you. But you are receiving this foresight here. And you write these things down right after meditation because a lot of times, especially if you're just starting out meditation, these things can quickly lose or escape your conscious mind, similar to a dream. So writing these things down will help this foresight kind of stick. And with this foresight and this tenacity, you are expanding forward here. All right, let's see where you are expanding to and by what means. All right, please give us 3 cards. What is on Virgo's divine path for mid-June to mid-July of 2023? 3 cards, please. All right. Two. All right. One more card, please. No. Jeez. All right. One card here, please. All right. Okay, one more card, or we're going to leave it at the 2. One more. Thank you. All right, we have Ahisma, Ajna, and Kali. So Ahisma is roughly means non-violence. So this can also have to do with being not, of course, non-violent with those around you. This is also speaking about being non-violent with your environment, with your energy. It's like sometimes we can be cleaning up the house, and if we're frustrated, we start throwing stuff around and this type of thing. This is a kind of an aggressive energy, and this could be seen as energetically it is violence. Now, it's not doing anyone harm per se. It is doing you harm, though. So this is also asking you to extend this act of nonviolence to yourself. And you may be, at this time, a little bit overly critical of yourself. A lot of times we can be our worst critic. So this is asking you to extend this nonviolence to yourself, including in how you talk to yourself. And we have the Ajna here. So what I was saying earlier, this one-pointed laser focus in your meditation, and this usually happens at the heart, or at the third eye, the Ajna chakra. And as I say that, I realize that that is false, and you can kind of focus your energy at any of these chakras here. But I guess I say this because this is where I want focus. So that is a little bit of me in there. But this is also speaking about spiritual vision, spiritual sight here. You are receiving some foresight in your meditations here. So definitely pay attention to that. And also there are many third eye meditations that you can look up on YouTube and watch these, practice these, and make them your own here. But you are receiving some visions here in your meditative states. Kali. So Kali is the goddess of the three times and is the goddess of destruction, is what she is mostly known for. But with every destruction, there's also creation here. And this is the aspect of Kali that people leave out, that she is destroying things to make way for another aspect of her to create here. Kali is also the goddess of power here. So I would definitely say Ajna is one of those PowerPoint places. The heart, the third eye, and the crown here are some of these hot spots that you could say. Don't quote me on that. So you are coming into some level of power. And I kind of feel like you are dealing with the destruction of the past and kind of creating a new here. All right. Please give us 3 cards, 3 messages for what is on Virgo's divine path for mid-June to mid-July of 2023. 3 cards, please. Thank you. We have the Medicine Buddha, Vajra Dakini. 1 more, please. All right, we do. All right. So like I said, we have the Medicine Buddha, Vajra Dakini, Dorje Trollo, and Garuda. So with the Medicine Buddha, this is the Lapis Healer King. And his message is, sometimes it is good to seek help from others. So I kind of get this vibe that, and I kind of have got this vibe from the Virgo readings of you're kind of like, I can do this myself. And you're kind of saying, if I want something done right, I'm going to have to do it myself. And the Spirit is kind of saying, wait a second. Sometimes, it's good to seek help from others. So, and a lot of times we have to let our guard down a little bit to seek help from others. We also have to be somewhat vulnerable to seek help from others. I don't feel like this is something that you like doing. You don't want to appear vulnerable. But the Spirit is saying that sometimes it's good to seek help from others. So you are or will be struggling with something here that you really could use some help from friends, family, well-wishers, whatever this is for you. So definitely don't be afraid to extend your hand here, because it will be in your benefit here. And it does appear that you might need some help in one area or another. And we have Vajra Dakini of the Buddha family of the East. And replace hatred through learning and wisdom here. So as you are extricating yourself out of whatever past turmoil this was for you, and this is a little different for everybody, there is some animosity tied up into the characters involved in that old storyline for you that lingers. You're having a hard time letting that go, whatever that is for you. And again, process at your own rate. Do you, whatever you got to do. But the Spirit is saying, replace this hatred or this animosity. You could even just say this low vibration, because that's what hatred essentially is. The animosity. This is a low vibration. And it says, replace this through learning and wisdom. So really, you're definitely receiving some wisdom and some foresight about the future. And also ahisma. This is about the energy we are extending to others. If we have this animosity towards someone, This is a low vibration that you are potentially sending to someone. This low vibration could be interpreted as energetic act of violence, let's say. So this is asking you to extend this nonviolence to all those in your environment, even the funny style characters from your past turmoil here, which can be one of the most difficult things. This is essentially asking you to forgive, not for them so that they can have the satisfaction. This isn't even indicating that you have to speak the words of "I forgive you" to anyone. This is just within yourself. It's to energetically let go of that. And how do we do that? We forgive. And this can be one of the hardest spiritual practices that can be done, is to forgive, because this is really what's going to allow for some healing, this recouping your energy here. We have Dorje Trollo, the crazy wisdom, wrathful Buddha. Dorje Trollo is also an incarnation of Padmasambhava, and this is an incarnation of Padmasambhava that has yet to come. It is not incarnated yet. So I kind of feel like you're in this past struggle, you have kind of, at least you've kind of seen yourself almost as this wrathful Buddha type of figure, where you're in your peace, you're doing your light worker thing, but you're also showing your teeth here to these past people here. And the Spirit is really asking you to, yes, you have this ability within you, have this power, but right now it's asking you to kind of set the sword down for now. And it says, let go of being logical. A higher wisdom will guide you. So I know this can be very challenging for Virgos that are very much have that analytical mind here, very much tied into logic and processing reality in that way. And the Spirit is saying, if you can. Now, I know this is another challenging thing that the Spirit is asking you to do, but this is for your divine path. Let go of being logical. A higher wisdom will guide you here. So, I mean, that seems pretty straightforward. We have Garuda. Now, Garuda is part bird, somewhat of a bird man. And this is the bird that Vishnu rides. It says Garuda, protector from the serpents. It says, raise your eye to a bird in flight to connect to the divine. So when you have your focus on the past, this turmoil, some of these low vibration, this animosity towards the past characters, and I feel like this is probably more than one person. How do we replace these things? How do we find it okay to be humble enough to seek help? How do we let go of being logical and let a higher wisdom guide us? How do we do these things? Because these depending on where you are in life, can be very challenging to do. And the Spirit is saying, how do you do this? You raise your eye to a bird in flight to connect to the divine. So keep your eye on the prize. Stay one focused on the divine in all endeavors. Initially, a challenging practice to keep your mind on the divine, but very quickly, this, because you're working with the flow of the universe when you're doing that, and you come into this flow and it becomes effortless. All right. Please give us one card for what is on Virgo's divine path for mid-June to mid-July of 2023. One card. Let's see what we get. One card. Ooh, all right. That is far more than one card. We're not going to do that. One card, please. Okay. All right, all right. All right, it's got something it wants to say here. So we have conquering lust, spark of splendor, and tolerance. Here. So conquering lust here, and a lot of times people will think of lust as a purely sexual type of thing, but a lust is anywhere where our physical body or our mind is yearning for something. Anytime we're yearning, we are lusting. So you can lust for coffee, you can lust for chocolate cake, or you can see what's on my mind, but you can lust for anything that is this yearning. It's the yearning that is the lust here. Now, I feel with this wrathful energy and some of this animosity, you kind of have this, and with Kali here, there is a little bloodlust as far as wanting to essentially destroy these past characters in your storyline here. The Spirit is asking you to conquer this yearning. It stems directly from the ego. But you see, wherever lust is, yeah, see all these essentially demons coming up for a drink of this lust, this energy, this yearning. You know, they love that. They love that yearning. The message on the back of here is knowing the self to be transcendental to the intelligence, one should control the lower self by the higher self, and thus, by the spiritual strength, defeat this elusive enemy known as lust. So, I mean, this just gave you the formula for defeating this energy. I think it just is reiterating kind of what this is. But this is knowing that yourself, this transcendental self, is even transcendental to intelligence, is beyond logic, is beyond the analytical mind. So you control this lower self is essentially what this animosity is. You control it with the higher self. What is the higher self doing is focused on God or the divine all of the time. When you connect to that, you become one with that. And when we're not, we're in our lower self, you could say. We have the spark of splendor. So within you is the spark of splendor of the divine here. And we have Garuda, protector of the serpents here. And we have Krishna dancing on the top of this serpent. I forget what the name of this particular serpent is. But essentially, Krishna is walking on the heads of this serpent with 1,000,000 heads across this river to his ladies. So again, this is speaking back to this, and on the back of here it says, know that all beautiful, glorious, and mighty creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. So and this is not just creatures, but creation, all of creation, even these people you have animosity towards, or any unpleasantness you may experience in your life, is all springing, not only springing from the divine, but is the spark of the splendor of the divine. So this is also asking you to look at your past and these characters with the eyes of the divine, from this higher place, this higher self, we could say. And also extending this to yourself. You are also this spark of the divine. and tolerance. So there's some energy that the Spirit is asking you to tolerate here. And this doesn't mean just be passive to it, but this is kind of this tolerating the energy. You know, these people are out there perhaps gossiping or whatever, whatever they're doing to antagonize you here. The Spirit is saying that tolerance is going to be your best friend here, because lashing out at them, even just energetically, is not going to serve you here. It's like, and this is Surya, the sun god here. It's like you're destined for the sun. You're destined to bask in the warmth of the sun. But it's going to require tolerance, because right now, at least at the beginning of June, you're just extricating yourself out of a shadow period. It says the temporary appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance over time are like the coming and going of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perceptions, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. So the Spirit is kind of saying, no matter what comes your way, learn to deal with these things and ride these things out without being disturbed here. This is also very challenging spiritual work to do. This is asking you to kind of take this middle path here. Kind of a path of at least internal neutrality here. All right. Please give us 2 or 3 cards for what are the divine energies in and around Virgos on their divine path for mid-June to mid-July of 2023. 2 or 3 cards, please. Japers. All right, we got Surya again. Narasimha Deva. We want one more, I guess. I'm shuffling, so I guess one more. Interesting. Balaram. All right, we have Surya here. This is a mantra to Surya is Aditya Hridayam Punyam Sarswatru Vinashanam, which is part of a hymn to Surya, but also a great mantra. And Surya is the sun god riding the chariot as it's being pulled forward here. And Surya is bringing the blessings of honor, status, fame. So you may have felt your status in your community, or this may be online. You may have changed your status online. Or perhaps you felt like you're this person in the past dishonored you, or the connection that you had in some way. And this is kind of indicating that these things will be restored for you, provided you choose the divine path here. Reunion with one's beloved here. So this is, and I kind of feel like this is the divine for you. You are having this reunion with this higher version of yourself, and essentially with the divine. Now, this may also indicate that there is a love interest that you may have had in the past that is coming back around. This may also speak of a past life connection that is coming around as well for you in this time. Freedom from disease and ailment. So in the spring, in the beginning of June and in May, you may have physically, your health-wise, you may have felt a little down and out. You may have been struggling with an ailment or a disease, or some sort of sickness or something that you are being blessed with freedom from these things. And general vitality here. So you are getting this boost in your vitality and respect and power. So you definitely feel like you're someone was not respecting you, and you definitely feel like it diminished your power, and however you translate that to be. But these are all things that are being renewed for you at this time. So this is kind of spelling for a big renewal of whatever energy you felt like you lost here. And here we have Narasimha Deva, it's a half man, half lion avatar of Vishnu. And this is another wrathful kind of deity here. And his blessings are protection from evil forces. So you may have felt like these characters in the story you are extricating yourself out of may have been sending you some bad vibes, some evil energy. Maybe for some of you even sending you some spell work here. But this is indicating you have protection from these evil forces. Again, provided you are on this divine path. And these blessings that are coming in are provided you are moving on this divine path. Ability to see God everywhere and in all things. What did this say? Know that all beautiful, glorious, and mighty creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. This is the divine speaking. So everything is part of the spark of the divine. And in this way, also asking you to extend this viewpoint to those that may be causing you some turmoil in your life. And in this way, gaining this blessing of the ability to see God everywhere and in all things and in everyone, including yourself. Skillful sublimation of one's anger when it is not needed. It does appear that right now this wrathful energy is not really needed. It's not really serving you. It would only serve to fuel the aspect of your ego that's tied to this lower self, this lower vibration. I don't think that's what you want to do with your energy. I mean, don't let me speak for you, but I don't think that's what you want to do. Strength and courage to defy conventional authority for truth and justice here. So you're kind of going rebel mode, and you're getting the blessing of courage and strength to do that, to defy conventional authority, or just to defy convention, anything conventional. You're breaking the mold here. Balaram, wielder of the plow. His blessings are protection and loyalty. So this is definitely something that you felt like kind of your reality was lacking in the past here, and you are getting this protection here. Also, loyalty is coming in. So it was indicating that there is some connection coming in for you, that this will be more of a loyal connection. There's a brotherly, sisterly love and service here. So I feel like you definitely, in your life, you want to be of service to humanity. You want to spread love, these types of things. But when you're in this lower self kind of fighting these things, to do that, you're kind of stepping out of your light. You're stepping out of your love vibration to engage with them, or really at all. But to let this lower self get the better of you is gumming up your works here. Spiritual and moral strength is another blessing coming in. So there's a few indications that you're kind of leveling up in your spiritual strength here. And freedom from the evils of intoxication. So, and a lot of times when we're going through a hard time, our life is tumultuous, we definitely tend to self-soothe, and sometimes we can get in a little too deep. It does appear that perhaps in spring, this may be part of this health issue as well. Some of your indulgence you may have gotten a little too deep with those, and you kind of realize this, I feel like, at the beginning of mid-June, but one of the blessings is you're receiving freedom from the evils of intoxication. So this addiction of intoxication. All right. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Virgo's divine path for mid-June to mid-July of 2023. All right. We have pigs and fish surround you. So this is definitely how you feel with these past individuals. 2 more, please. Mushroom. All right, we have pigs and fish surround you here. And I definitely feel that this is how you feel about this past situation, that it's kind of a stinky, swarthy kind of mess as you look back on it. And at some point, you kind of looked around and you realized, and I feel like you kind of realized perhaps what you feel like was a little too late. Like, oh my gosh, I'm surrounded by pigs and fish. Now, this is metaphor for stinky, unpleasant individuals. And this is more speaking to their attitude. They may smell like a rose, but within they, what is that? They smell like some dookie. So, and we have mushroom here. So you may be utilizing some sacred sacraments. And this may also play a role in these visions you are receiving. But it's like I said earlier, you kind of realize that like you're kind of surrounded by doo-doo here. You're kind of surrounded by dookie with these people. But it is mushrooms that grow out of dookie here. So this is you kind of growing out of this. Some way the universe is using this past unpleasant time period for immense growth for you, like this mushroom. It says, if there is a judge, you are it. Judge here. So I feel like with this past situation, these past characters, there may have even been some legal litigations. I think, what was it, like a few months ago, you had a few cycles that were indicating legal matters, and this may be just wrapping up now for you. So that is a long time to deal with this energy, and my heart definitely goes out to you because that is too long. But this is saying, if there is a judge, you are it. So you are judging the past situation. The Spirit is kind of asking you to set that gavel down, set down the sword of battle here. But you're also judging yourself here. And so it's like, how harshly are you judging yourself? Are you sentencing yourself to a life sentence of something unpleasant because of this past situation? Or are you going to be that really cool judge that is like, little baggie of green, you can go? Are you going to be that judge? I think you want to be that judge to yourself here. We have tomato, potato, eggplant. So at some point, all these foods were considered taboo and poisonous, and people were not eating these. Nowadays, these are staples in most people's diets. So in the past, people starved while surrounded by an abundance of food or resource here. So there is some area of your life where you are metaphorically starving, energetically speaking. So, and there is a resource that will help feed you here, but you are overlooking it, perhaps to taboo or things like this. This is also connected to sometimes it's good to seek help from others. You could almost say sometimes it's okay. It's okay to seek help from others. Even though this may feel taboo and this is not something that a strong person does, but it's like, strong people also need help sometimes. It's like you can have the strongest person on the planet, but if they have to move their whole apartment across town to a second story apartment, and they have a couch and all kind of stuff, they're going to need some help, even if they're the strongest person. So do be mindful. Everybody needs some help, and it's okay to seek help when you need it here. But you are kind of overlooking this resource of this help that you could be receiving. All right. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Virgo's Divine Path for mid-June to mid-July of 2023. Follow your bliss. I feel like when you started engaging with these people in with this, what am I've totally lost the word. With this low vibrational energy, well, I don't know, this lower self, when you started engaging with this animosity, you stopped following your bliss. And as I say that, you kind of you see that as well here. So this is asking you to get back on your path here. Follow your bliss again. It's not dead. You kind of feel like it's dead. You feel kind of like the garden is all dried up here. But if you're following your bliss, you're taking these steps that have been shown here, that you're going to be receiving this complete renewal here. So, all right, 2 more cards, please. All right. Now, that is more than 2 cards, but we'll take them. All right. Follow your bliss, courage, take the leap, sacred space, intuition. Here. So, again, following your bliss, getting back on that path, kind of putting this lower vibration to bed. It's really not serving you. And have courage in what you're doing. You've had a few cards that indicates that this is one of the blessings that is coming in for you, this courage, this spark of the divine. You're going to feel this within yourself, but you have to get on your path for that. You got to take this leap of faith into this sacred space. Now, believe it or not, you are this sacred space. Your innermost heart is this sacred space. I feel like perhaps when you are in this lower self, you're not engaging with this sacred space that is actually your true essence. This is the truth of you. Everything else is an add-on. The ego is an add-on. This lower self is an add-on. Even the higher self is an add-on to this sacred space of this divine spark that is within you. And I feel like in this meditation, you are receiving this vision with through your intuition here, and you're getting kind of this bird's eye view of yourself, of reality, and of your life here. So you're getting this new perspective by, it really just feels like agreeing with yourself, with the divine, to enter this sacred space of your divine path. All right. We will use the Oracle of Rama deck. First, we let a divine guide card pick us, and then we'll pick a couple messages from the Greater Oracle of Rama deck. Wait, who's it? This one? Okay. Rama. So Rama is the divine and the hero in the story, the Ramayana. So Rama is an incarnation of the divine, an incarnation of Krishna and Vishnu. They're essentially one. We have the number 4 here. So the number 4 is the number of stability. I feel like you are coming into a more stable energy if you take this leap of faith here. All right, let's get a... Please give us 3 messages, 2 or 3 messages for what is on Virgo's divine path for mid-June to mid-July of 2023. Now, each of these cards have number corresponding messages here, and that is how we get the message. So we have number 4. We go down to message 4. This is talking about sacrifice. So you are being asked to sacrifice something here. It does appear that you're being asked to sacrifice this lower self. Sacrifice your sword for the moment. Set these things down. This says, gossip against an innocent person causes harm. Here, so you may have had some gossip thrown on your name here with these past people. I feel like for some of you, you may also perhaps have been with these past people, spreading some gossip or some untruths, some hearsay about an innocent person that energetically this may have come back to bite you here. It says alignment here. A miraculous achievement is needed and will come. So you feel energetically you're definitely searching for a miracle. Like you're kind of pleading with the divine, like, please get me out of this low vibration. I feel you kind of saying, like, I don't even feel like myself. Or you feel like so far removed from the true essence of yourself, because you are in some ways in this lower self. And you're definitely saying a miraculous achievement or a miracle is needed. And it's indicating that it will come. But the Spirit is needing you to take this leap onto this divine path for this miracle to take place. Miracles happen on the divine path. They don't really happen on the lower self path. Just saying. All right. Please give us 3 cards for a final message. What would you like to leave Virgos with for what is on their divine path for mid-June to mid-July of 2023? 3 cards, please, for a final parting message for our Virgos. That's a lot of cards, but we'll... All right. So we have the Knight of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Strength card, the Ace of Swords, and at the bottom we have the 7 of Cups. So it does appear that for a lot of you, you are taking inspired action towards this new journey of what we are just calling the divine path. You could call this the spiritual path. This is a path where, however this translates to you, where you are more in alignment with your divine purpose, however this translates to you. And I realize there is some verbiage being used that may not resonate with you, but I feel that you can interpret these things in your own way also. But you are headed off on this adventure here. You are implementing all that you have learned on your journey, which I feel like has been it's been a long journey, and I feel like this last chapter was really drawn out for you. And you are also implementing all the things that you have learned in this as well. So even though this connection with this person or people was unpleasant, you did learn some things from these people that are not just about their character flaws, but you learned important skills in one area or another here. Then the Spirit is asking you to not everything was dookie here. So there is some things that you were meant to learn from this person here. Don't discard this knowledge just because of where it came from. It's like people get down on teachers a lot of times in this way. But it's like we have in high school, junior high, grade school, we had a whole bunch of teachers that we didn't know anything about their personal life, and we could learn math from a teacher that in their private life was a horrible person. But does that mean that we don't need to learn how to add and subtract? No. So definitely sift through this and see what is salvageable from that. I know that's a long way to get to that, but and in doing this, setting down this animosity, this lower self, setting down this sword here with the King of Swords, you are receiving a lot more mental clarity because of this. And this mental clarity is going to allow you to step into this truth and follow your bliss. And in doing so, you're receiving a lot of strength. This is going to build your confidence, this rebuild the belief in yourself, which I feel like was a little diminished here. And again, with this message of courage, you're becoming very courageous in your energy and in your movement forward. To take this leap of faith onto the divine path takes courage, because it's not necessarily... I feel like it is a very easy path as long as you can detach from worldly desires. That doesn't mean you can't have or enjoy worldly desires, worldly things, but it's the attachment. This is what is hard about the divine path. But you are having this breakthrough of success concerning this, and I feel like it is when you take this leap of faith into your truth. And when you do, it's like all the illusions around you, all of a sudden, it's like you can see them and they're all lit up. And then you're kind of like this person. You're like, whoa, wait a second. I didn't know there was a dragon in this cup I was about to drink. Or I didn't know there was a head or a snake in this cup I was about to drink. So there all are some illusions being... exposed for you, for your benefit here. And you are receiving this renewal energy. In a lot of ways, this is a rebirth for you, because this energy is, I feel like, drains you so much. This past situation drains you so much that you can only now have a rebirth. Something new is emerging here from you, and it's more powerful than this past energy here. So you are receiving a level up here in this way, and it is because you're heeding this call of the divine to embark on this divine path. Now, when you do, it does create this tower energy, and I don't feel like this is a bad kind of tower. The tower is speaking of a sudden change, a unexpected change, an awakening. This is what you are receiving here. It is going to cause you to kind of renovate your reality and where you're putting your energy. So it will be kind of an upheaval, but you are in control of this upheaval. This isn't chaos. If it is chaos, you are in control of it. This isn't out of your hands, but this does come very sudden for you. And this kind of comes out of the blue, where it is very unexpected, but it's like the energy comes in and it clicks into gear, and it's like there's this really quick change taking place for you. I almost feel like it's like overnight. And this is all internal. Nothing necessarily external is changing in your reality. This is all this internal work. And in doing so, this is leading to this wish fulfillment, this dream come true here, where you are going to feel finally satisfied. I feel like in this past situation, you struggled with feeling satisfied or feeling content in this. But now this dream come true is coming in. And it's like this celebration is about to begin for you. This celebration of your life is about to begin. Oh, wow. I saw it was underneath here. We have the devil card here. So you are dealing with some shadow energies, some lower vibrational aspects of yourself, and also some addictions where your self-soothing techniques may be getting on your back, becoming addiction type of thing. But definitely by this lower vibrational energy, you're definitely restricted by this from moving forward. You're bound to the lower vibrations as long as you're engaging in that. And I do feel like whatever you're extricating yourself out of was a unhealthy, toxic situation or relationship. And here we have the Lover's card under the Devil card here. So this is indicating that mid-June to mid-July, you're at a big crossroads in your life. You can do this low vibrational thing, or you can take this leap of faith, follow your bliss onto this divine path, which is actually the path that is in alignment with you. This lower vibration, it's like wearing a shirt that just doesn't fit. Or better yet, wearing a shoe that is 2 sizes too small for you. But you feel like to get over on these people or to reclaim your power that you have to wear this shoe that's too small. This is not in alignment with you. The Spirit is saying there's an easier way to deal with this energy. But it is going to require this leap of faith. Also, there have been a few cards that indicate that there is some level of love or romance kind of around you at this time. I don't feel like it's necessarily becoming a big part of your story as far as mid-June to mid-July goes. I feel like this is definitely going to play a role as we move into the later July and into August for you. I feel like this, whatever this love connection energy is kind of spiraling closer to you, or you're spiraling closer to it. It's kind of hard to say, but this is what is around the bend for you here. So I think that's a pretty good place to leave the reading. Virgos, I want to send you a lot of love and encouragement for mid-June to mid-July on your divine path. Provided you take this leap of faith, this looks fantastic. If you want to change your life, and if you're unhappy with your energy or the way your life is going, definitely take these messages to heart here. So if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, listening, and watching. Like I said, once again, you are truly most appreciated. And Virgos, I'll catch you on the next go-round.